It's 7:49 in the morning time on this Tuesday morning, May 11th, 2021, and direct by News of the Mountain. This will be their channel. Morning news on this Tuesday morning, May 11th, 2021. Good morning, y'all. This lovely Tuesday morning, May 11th, 2021, 51 degrees in Norton, Massachusetts at 7:49 a.m. Top stories on the video channel morning news is after Jerusalem erupts terribly strikes and clashes spread across Israel to Palestinian territories. Liz Cheney faces new charge from new House seat amid broad GOP backlash. At least 11 killed in the Russian school shooting attack, report said. China's population growth is slower to raise the questions over global ambitions. 5 undocumented children included lifted and abandoned at the border. Biden defends unemployment benefits provided workers accept job offers. Police seek murder suspect Bengal tiger in West Houston, Texas. Senate points for all-day brawl over sweeping elections bill. Colorado spring shooting domestic violence site in investigation report said. Faced under recall of the massive surplus, Governor Newsom proposes more stimulus checks. WHO labels that COVID strain in India is a very concern. China draws separation line on peak of Mount Everest. Dozens of bodies washed up into the banks of the Ganges River in India. 1 in days of pound. Myanmar jet to hold pretense of control. Jumbo Mumbai COVID-19 hospital treat thousands. U.S. schools fight to keep students amid fear dropout surge. AIDS virus uses gene therapy to fix buffalo baby disease. Migrant children held in mass shelters. With little oversight. Army of fake feds boost China's message on Twitter. GOP. Brady splits against Democrats' voter rights bill and across fake U.S. falters mobilized for India crisis. In Stroud, New Hampshire, 300 chickens died late Monday when a fire tore for a historic farm on New Hampshire seacoast. The fire happened at the 280-acre British Reef Farm in Stratham. The Portsmouth Herald reported that 300 chickens died when one of the barns on the property caught fire late Monday. That building dates back to the 1800s. The farm was recently added to the National Register of Historic Places, and the family owner of a historic building was spared by the fire. No injuries were reported. Taking a look at stocks now, done 34.84, 34,742.82, SP 5 44.17 at 41.43 at Nasdaq done 350.3 at 13.41.86. State eases restrictions on outdoor farms, but Attleboro area not selling just yet. Virus cases in Attleboro area, schools hold steady and fall statewide. Catholic high school teacher charged with exposing himself to workmen at Norfolk train station. Black bear spawned in the backyard of an Attleboro family. In Rehoboth, residents will decide Tuesday whether the town should acquire the well-known Francis Farm as a site of the new senior center and also vote on a proposed new town hall on Route 118. Gas prices up again in Attleboro area beyond expected to escalate. Seekonk town meeting postponed after big crowd turns out. Free rats for seniors to vaccination sites offered at North Attleboro Town Council to hold budget hearing. Taunton 90 seniors journey from Pakistan to Cornell. Taunton baseball planet extra in win against Attleboro. All-Range main office being named for retiring principal. New red and orange line trains remain out of service. Republicans bash Biden lower pipeline and cyber tech shutdown. Stocks fall across Europe and Nasdaq futures tumble 1% as inflation concerns and sell-off sentiment spread. Elon Musk sending Dogecoin into the space after SNL joke smacked it on the nose. New drugs could help treat obesity. Could they end the stigma too? COVID-19 patients in India are developing a deadly black fungus infection that could lead to blindness. Prosecuted effects of SARS-CoV-2 infected individuals are not required hospital admission in Danish population-based court study. NASA spacecraft leaves after a bin with a belly full of spacewalk samples. Voyager 1 detects some well-known interstellar space. And now, sports time at 7:55. Boston Bruins behind Taylor Hall's game-winning goal to defeat the New York Islanders overtime. 3-2 in the Boston Celtics. Boston Bruins, Red Sox fall to the Baltimore Orioles 4-1. And today they will be welcoming the Oakland A's for the first of a 3-game series at Fenway Park at 7 o'clock. Brian Kilby dismisses Bob Baffert's claim Derby horse controversy, cancel culture, Dr. Seuss and Wizards Russell Westbrook breaks Austin Roberts' all-time triple-double record. Devontae Adams acknowledged his own future could be impacted if Aaron Rodgers departs, remains hopeful, and Tim Tebow reports his expected side with Jacksonville Jaguars to play different positions. Peter Channel's time, 7:55. It is time now to take a look at the Peter Channel traffic and transit check on this. To the bottom, baby! By the MBTA, Newbury Port Trade 142-554 AM from Newbury was operating 53 5 years back between the North Station to the Lady Brown with equipment and the Thursday out. Looking good. $95 in the northbound side, a little bit slow around 120 Gatton stretch and around the Sharon area, and 24 northbound side also around the Harrison Boulevard, even on the 120 Gatton and Route 3 the northbound side, a little bit slow around the Kingston stretch and then hit back between Route 18 and Waymo down on the Braintree Split South Expressway, both ends also between Quincy all the way down the Mass Ave in Dorchester, 93 southbound side, also between Bedford and the downtown Boston Route 1 southbound, so between Charlestown and Charlestown, and 120 southbound side, also between Denver's on the way down to the Peabody stretch, 120 northbound side, so between Redden and down to Peabody, and 93 southbound northbound side, also 120 down in the Redden area, 120 a little bit, so to the Stolen stretch, and Route 3 southbound so to 45 the Gold stretch, and then hit back around Route 120 in the Burlington stretch, and 120 on the northbound side, also between Route 1 in Northern and Route 1 on Westwood, and Mass Pike eastbound side, also to the Newton corner, and Mass Pike eastbound, also to 495 in the Westboro stretch, and 495 northbound side, also around the Pike in Westboro. 24 northbound side, also to the Taunton stretch, and Route Sagamore Bridge on the eastbound side, a little bit slow. Ford Bridge at both ends a little bit slow. Route 6 eastbound, and also 134 in South Dennis, and 25 eastbound, also to Bourne Rotary, and 95 on the southbound side, also between Pawtucket and Providence, and 95 northbound side, also between Clinton and Providence, 195 on the westbound side, a little bit slow around 95 downtown Providence, and 6 west 10 connected a little bit slow between 95 and 10 in the Providence stretch, and 146 on both ends also the North Springfield stretch, and Giant eastbound side, also between 146 and Route 122 to Worcester stretch, and Route 146 on the northbound side, also at 290 in Worcester. 391 southbound side, also around the Mass Pike and Chickadee stretch, and 91 northbound side, also Springfield stretch, and Mass Pike also at 291 in Springfield. 84 eastbound side, also Hartford stretch, and 84 westbound, so the Waterbury stretch, and Mount Parkway westbound side, also the Trumbull, Connecticut, and 95 southbound, so between Bridgeport down and Greenwich, and Route 8 southbound side, also the Bridgeport stretch, and up in Northern New England, Route 101 westbound, also the Manchester stretch, and 91 southbound side, also upstate Vermont, and 95 northbound side, also the Bangor, Maine, and 95 southbound side, also the Medway, Maine. Peter Channel News Time, 7:58. Time now to take a look at the weather situation. Weak low pressure over the main will circulate over a steady stream of cooler than normal air across the region. Wednesday, mainly dry. Midweek will temperatures at slightly above seasonal levels. The Pacific was probably popular showers this weekend, but not looking at washout. But until the early next week with a better chance of rain with a warm front. Nearby front, the details are still unclear. And no real significant change in either. The point out did bring winds and gusts up to slightly up to 25-30 mile per hour range in the afternoon. Mix the sun and high clouds should trend mostly clear into the morning and then filling back in the with the high likely high. Basically, you recently got this morning. Less confined to the really light chance that iterated is alluded above the well mixed sub cloud layer will make anything measurable into the surface hard to come by. Our topic is Fire weather given expected a fairly low RH in the 25-30% range in the development gets and it's possible to statement for elevated fire weather could be needed dependent feedback of state 4C partners. It's definitely a more marginally a day removed from a decent slug of rain and we're green up. Forecast goes like this. Mostly sunny today, high 64 degrees, west about 7 to 14 miles on good side, 25 miles for today. Mostly Kisco, 42 degrees, west about 6 to 8 miles for Wednesday. Most of the South 64, low 42 degrees, with northwest about 10 miles on good side, 21 miles for Thursday. Most of the South 69, low 46 degrees, and northwest about 6 to 8 miles for Friday. Most of the South 71, low 48 degrees, northwest about 6 miles for Saturday. Scattered showers mean between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Partly South 68, low 46 degrees, slight for wind, becoming eastbound 5 to 7 miles in the morning. Just making 30% for Sundays. Scattered showers, partly South 68, little common given stop on 5 to 7 miles in the afternoon. Just pictures 30%, and for Monday, partly South 69 degrees, stop about 5 to 7 miles. Right now, Norton, it is. First count at 51 degrees. That's good to the Peter Chill. Morning news on this. To the morning, May 11th, 2021. I'm Peter J. Wiggins from Beyond. Good morning, goodbye to you. Stay safe, be positive, be healthy, be well. Have a good day.